Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. So right now on the farm it is breeding season for the sheep. So this video will be everything you need to know about the breeding season of sheep on farmland in Scotland, and you will also get to see the tups going out with all the information you would need to know about this time of year. Okay, so in a couple of minutes I'm going to show you some footage of the tups going out to meet the females here on the farm. But first I'm going to tell you any relevant information we need to know beforehand. So first off, tups is what we call rams here in Scotland, so breeding male sheep. So let's skip to a couple of days before the breeding season. So all the sheep here on the farm, we have 700 breeding females, have to be sorted into groups. They're sorted into 7 groups, and these groups are determined by things like breed, quality and age. And then the sheep are then split up into those 7 groups for breeding season, and they are called their breeding groups. Males will be put in groups as well. So on average a male sheep can breed anywhere between 50 to 100 females in a breeding season. We put our tups out here this year at a rate of around 70 females to every 1 male. It's important that you get this ratio right. If you put too many males in with not enough females, those males are going to fight, potentially injure and hurt each other. If you don't put enough males in, there's potential that they're not going to be able to breed all those sheep, and you're going to have sheep that are not in lamb, which is not good for a farming business. Then we also keep some tups in reserve. So these are generally the older boys, will be kept to the later half of the season. So when these younger boys start to tire out, because like we said, they're going to be breeding on average 70 females each, and they'll be breeding with those females multiple times while they're in season. So they do get pretty tired. It's also fairly common for male sheep to start losing a bit of weight and a bit of condition throughout the breeding season. This is because they are not prioritising grazing, they are chasing females around, they're doing a lot of activity, they're burning a lot of calories, so they do tend to run at a bit of a calorie deficit, and as long as this doesn't become extreme or they're becoming ill looking, then this is totally normal for male sheep to lose a bit of condition and a bit of weight during the breeding season. Anyway, let's head over and have a look at the tups going out. First off, the male sheep or tups are fitted with breeding harnesses. In the centre of these harnesses is a crayon block. At the start of breeding, this block is red. So once the harness is in place, that red block will sit in the middle of the tup's chest. This will leave an imprint or mark on the ewe after the tup has jumped on them and served them. After 10 days of breeding, this block will be changed from red to blue. This helps us to manage our lambing and effectively split the lambing into 2 halves. Some tups may get an individual colour like green or orange, and this is so that we can collect data on that individual tup, especially tups that are breeding for the first time. Then the male sheep are taken to the group of breeding females that they have been selected to work with, and they're taken out by trailer and then they're released in amongst the females, and it doesn't take long for the courtship to begin. Male sheep will show interest in the females by licking and gently kicking them with their legs in the hope that the female will then move into the right position so that the male tup can jump on and breed them. After a while, male tups will start to collect females and move them away from the main herd in little harems. This is so that male can stay with those females away from any females who are not currently on season. Also, tups that tend to be more dominant will have bigger harems, and tups that are less dominant will tend to take smaller harems or try and steal sheep from the more dominant sheep's harem. This male was the slightly larger of the two tups we put out, and he had 5 females, whereas this one, who is slightly smaller, has 4 females running with him currently. Let's have a look at some of the other information which we need to know around the breeding season and about breeding sheep. So first off, sheep do not come into season all year long. They're not like cattle or humans where they come in to season periodically through the year. Their season is brought on by the change in light cycle. So as the days start to get shorter and the nights start to get longer, this is what brings sheep on season. And then sheep will come on season, I think it's like every 17 days. I'll check, I should know this. But anyway, they come on season every so often through the sort of darker months, and then as the light starts to stretch again, if they're not in lamb by then that will knock them off season and they won't come in season again till next autumn. Also, when we're talking about male sheep or tups or rams, which tend to fight each other over breeding rights, especially if there's too many tups in the one area. This will only happen or start to happen in autumn as well. So tups in the summertime won't fight each other, they won't be bothered with each other, they won't challenge each other. It is only when sheep start to come on season they will sense this in the air, and that is when they will start to fight. Sheep will also fight at this time, so they obviously still have that instinct. Another instinct that we could look at, and we've seen this in the video, I'll show it again, is lip curling. So this is the same as cattle as well. Cattle, sheep have a soft palate in the roof of their mouth, and this soft palate is there to detect pheromones. So by rolling their lip upwards, that channels air into that soft palate, and they can taste the pheromones in the air, and that guides the males to the females that are on season. Females will remain on season for around 24 hours only, and then, like I say, they will come on season again and again throughout the darker months until they become in lamb. So sheep also have a very short gestation period. So sheep are pregnant for around 5 months. It's actually 5 days short of 5 months. So if you put your tups in on the 5th of November, then your first lambs will be on the 1st of April. And also, we put our tups in a bit later. We normally put them in on the 5th of November. This year it was around the 12th of November, and this is because we're looking to maybe avoid the worst of the sort of early weather in April, because for the last few years we've had snow in the first few weeks of April, and we're hoping that delaying our lambing season slightly may avoid that. Anyway guys, that was a video all about the lambing season, the tupping season. If you think I forgot anything, if there's anything you'd think I didn't explain, or anything you'd like to know about, anything you think I've left out, then please comment below and I'll try and answer any comments or questions that you have about the breeding season.